Hi, Michelle here from Shifting Pails. Occasionally, we have people write in with their own stories. Things they swear happened to them, things they've carried for years because they didn't know where else to put them. Most of the time, they just want someone to listen. This one is from a listener who asked to stay anonymous. They said it was the only time in their life they truly felt watched. The email starts, I don't really talk about this night anymore. Not because I'm scared someone won't believe me. Honestly, I hope they don't. I hope no one ever has to picture what I saw. But your podcast feels like the only place where people won't laugh or try to explain it away with plumbing issues or raccoons. This happened in 2019 when I was living alone in a rent house outside of Lawton, Oklahoma. It was one of those older homes with a long, low crawl space that ran the entire length of the place. The landlord warned me that the access panel inside the hallway closet didn't latch right, so I kept a heavy box of books on top of it. I didn't like the idea of that door being opened from underneath. I don't think I'd like that idea either. Um, for the first few months, nothing strange happened. The house creaked, but all old houses do. Sometimes I'd hear a thump under the floorboards, but I figured it was stray cats or the wood settling. I didn't think much of it. Then one night around 2:30 a.m., I woke up to the sound of someone walking in the hallway. Not footsteps exactly, more like slow dragging, a shuffle, like someone sliding their feet instead of lifting them. I froze. I don't scare easily, but this sound was wrong. Too heavy to be an animal, too slow to be anything natural. I listened, holding my breath, waiting for it to stop, but it didn't. The shuffling moved from the hallway to right outside my bedroom door. I could hear the faintest scrape, like fingertips brushing the wood. I didn't move. I didn't even blink. I just stared at the door, waiting for the knob to turn and hoping that it didn't. But it never did. Instead, the sound drifted back down the hallway, and then I heard something that made my stomach drop. A soft, hollow clack. The sound of the hallway closet door bumping open. The closet with the crawl space accessed. I told myself the box must have fallen. That was the only explanation that made sense. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something had pushed it from underneath. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, I checked the closet. The box was still on top of the access panel, but it had shifted, just enough that the panel underneath was cracked open by maybe half an inch. I slammed it shut and shoved the box back into place. For the next week, the noises got worse. Scratching under the floor, soft tapping on the walls. Once I heard what sounded like someone whispering my name from the vent near the living room floor. I told myself it was the wind. I told myself anything that would let me stay in that house until my lease was up. But the night everything came to a head, I wasn't given the luxury of pretending anymore. It was just after midnight. I was sitting on the couch, scrolling my phone, when I heard the unmistakable sound of the hallway closet door swinging open. Not bumping, not shifting, swinging. I stood up slowly, every hair on my body standing on end. The hallway was dark, but I could see the closet door wide open, the access panel pushed aside like someone had shoved it up from below. I should have run. I know that, but something in me needed to see, needed to know I wasn't losing my mind. I stepped into the hallway, heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I reached the closet and crouched down. I shined my phone's flashlight into the crawl space. At first, I saw nothing but dirt and cobwebs. Then something moved. A hand, pale, too long, too thin. It slid into the light. The fingers were splayed wide, dragging through the dirt like it was testing the ground. Then another hand. Then the top of a head, hair matted with soil, rising slowly, like someone was crawling toward me on their elbows. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't scream. I just watched this thing pull itself forward until its face came into view. It wasn't an animal, and it wasn't a person. Its eyes were too large, too dark. They reflected the light like wet stones. Its mouth hung slightly open, but I didn't see teeth, just a dark, empty space like it didn't know how to use it. It stared at me, and then it smiled, not with its mouth, like with its eyes. They crinkled at the corners, like it was pleased, like it recognized me. That broke whatever spell I was under. I slammed the access panel shut so hard I felt the vibration in my bones. I shoved the box back on top. I grabbed my keys and I ran out of the house barefoot. I didn't go back until daylight, and only with two friends. The crawl space was empty, no footprints, no disturbed dirt, nothing. But the access panel was open again. I moved out that week. I still don't know what I saw. I don't want to. But sometimes late at night, when the house is quiet and the air feels too still, I swear I can hear that slow dragging shuffle somewhere beneath the floorboards, like it followed me, like it's waiting.